What is your end goal? Um, you know, right now I just posted my first video on my Facebook, and I was sitting back thinking for a while, like, do I really want to do this? Like, do I really want to share this aspect of my life with that aspect of my life? Because you know, I think of it like watching horror movies or something. Like you like the movie Halloween, and or or ooh, you name the horror movie. If you like it and it's a horror movie, you get scared. Like you keep your realities separate. You know, you know where one thing ends and another thing begins. And so it's like for me, I just started this whole YouTube thing, and I'm not sure who's gonna like it and who's not. And my Facebook for quite some time now has been on private. Like I never even had a picture, well not never, but I didn't have a picture of me up publicly displaying it. It just wasn't something that I wanted to do. I wanted to keep that just to myself. And it was just gonna be an avenue of a way to get a hold of me if you needed to. Um, but social media is evolving, and I really don't even know if there's a choice. Like I feel like I have to be a complete person. I have to. It's like I have to go with the flow. Um, you know, it's just a direction that I see life going in. I was having a conversation with somebody just maybe 2 hours ago about that, and the last video I was talking about me being afraid of the future and me not being 100% certain that everything's going to be okay. Now, I don't want to be putting fear in anybody's hearts because I could just be overthinking, you know. But to me, it's worth it's worth the thought. But I guess like on one hand, I feel like to whom it may concern, if those people on that specific branch of social media, you know, can find use in anything that I have to say, then great. Again, it's just I guess I have that whole fear of rejection. Like I don't want these people on there to be like, to think that to think that my content serves no purpose, has no value. I don't want to get laughed at. But again, this is just a direction that I feel things need to go. So I mean, maybe that's something that if you're watching this video, you can figure out how that idea relates to you. Because I feel, when I'm talking, I want to say you, like, oh, well, you should know this if you see that. You should know that if you see this. But then I sound like I'm, um, oh, wise one, please tell me more. Uh, nah, bro. You can go ahead and keep your advice. So, like, maybe if I, talk about me, I'll get a little bit more respect because I use myself as the example. And if you can find the meaning in it, then you find the meaning in it, and you make that work for you. And you don't feel like I'm trying to tell you how you need to live your life because that's not my place. Like I was talking with this gentleman, mentor, coach, about my presence, and like I don't want to come across as I don't want to come across as like having this arrogance about me. I don't want to display too much weakness, you know. Like I'm hoping that the the bad side of me that I show, or the the low life side of me that I show, just really serves as an example of a philosophy to adopt and how I came to that philosophy. But I can't be so foolish as to think and come across as this guy who thinks I have way more control and way more power than I do, because man, like I said, the power of the people is crazy. It's a crazy vicious one. Like, I had a friend, he told me about, this story. Um, Man, should I even say it? Like, in the penitentiary, there, you could be 6'4", 260 pounds, but you have to, you know, you have to choose another lane because you got a greater amount of people. You're going against a greater force, um, and that must be respected. It absolutely has to be respected, and you can't respect something if you don't acknowledge it and know your place in it. You know, um, it's about knowing your lane. Staying in your lane. And don't get out of bounds. And if you do get out of bounds, like be real and let the people know. But also at the same time, I have to be as forgiving as I want someone to be towards me. Like, because I can't expect it from them if I don't give it to them. But I don't even know why I started. Where was I going with this video? Oh yes. Anyways, I got too far off. I was talking about mixing my social media accounts and my lack of comfort doing that. But I guess my point is that comfort is not always the answer. Comfort is what I have found to be over the last couple of years to be it's another way of expiring. You know, there must be a certain amount of anxiety that exists. There must be a certain amount of struggle. There must be a certain amount of challenge. So for me, that was a step forward. But anyways, if you're on my Facebook and you saw that video and you see this video, go watch my other videos. And if you like what you see, tell other folks about my video so they can hurry up and give me some thumbs down. Not really, don't thumb down my video. Hurt my ego. On to the next.